Good day everyone! So for today's video, we are going to tackle about the intellectual revolutions that define society in Middle East. But first things first, our agendas for today's video are: first, what is intellectual revolution? Second, what are the facts about Middle East? Third, what are the intellectual revolutions that define society in Middle East? And lastly, what is the significance of intellectual revolution? Now, what is intellectual revolution? Intellectual revolution defines the period that changed society's beliefs and perceptions by science and technology. It is when the paradigm shifts happen. It is a movement about enlightenment, and it may be initiated during 17th century, where people are more driven by the new discoveries in science and technology and cultural relativism resulting from the explorations. Note that paradigm shift means an important change that happens when the usual way of thinking about or doing something is replaced by a new and different way. Intellectual revolutions include Freudian Revolution by Sigmund Freud, Copernican Revolution by Nicholas Copernicus, and Darwinian Revolution by Charles Darwin. Next is the Middle East. We will be discussing 5 facts about Middle East. First, we have the population. Next are the ethnic groups. Third, we have the countries. Fourth, we have the language. And fifth are the cities. For the population, according to the World Population Review 2022, the current population of Middle East is 476,377,851. The Middle East, which consists of nations, has a history that extends back to the Middle Ages and was the birthplace of numerous significant religions that are still followed today. The Middle East is home to numerous ethnic groups, and as of 2016, it estimated that there were about 411 million people living there. For the ethnic groups, Arabs, Iranians are also known as Persians, Turks, Jews, Kurds, Berbers, Armenians, Libyans, Azeris, and Greeks are the main ethnic groups in the Middle East as of today. Next, we have the countries. The nations around or on the Arabian Peninsula are typically included in the Middle East: Armenia, Azerbaijan, Bahrain, Gaza Strip or West Bank, Georgia, Iran, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Syria, Turkey, United Arab Emirates, and Yemen are all included in the Middle East, according to the CIA World Fact Book. As for the language, there is more than one official language in this region because it is made up of various nations. Persian, Turkish, Arabic, Kurdish, and Berber are the 5 languages used in the Middle East. Persian is the second most common language in Middle Eastern nations after Arabic. English is the second language that is taught and used in many Middle Eastern nations. Lastly, the cities found in Middle East include Tehran from Iran, Cairo of Egypt, Amman from Jordan, Izmir from Turkey, Damascus of Syria, Abu Dhabi of United Arab Emirates, Doha of Qatar, Sana'a of Yemen, Gaza City of Palestine, Mecca of Saudi Arabia, and Muscat of Oman, and Beirut of Lebanon. Next, we have the intellectual revolutions that define society in Middle East. Muslim populations are dominant in the Middle East. The Golden Age of Islam, which began with the introduction of Islam in the 7th and 8th centuries, spanned until the 13th century. Their proximity to India, their shared language of Arabic, and their access to Greek texts from the Byzantine Empire all contributed to the intellectualization of the Muslims and gave their scholars the tools they needed to invent and generate new concepts. But unlike the Greeks, Muslim scientists give science experiments a higher priority than simple thought experiments, utilizing tests, separate conflicting scientific hypotheses within a typically empirical perspective led to the development of the scientific method in the Muslim world and produced great advancements. Now, we have Ibn al-Haytham, or Al-Hazan. He is the father of modern optics. He is the world's first true scientist. He made a thorough examination of the passage of light through various media and discovered the laws of refraction. He also carried out the first experiments on the dispersion of light into its constituent colors. His 7-volume treatise on optics, Kitab al-Manazar or Book of Optics, which he wrote while incarcerated between 1011 to 1021, has been ranked alongside Isaac Newton's Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica as one of the most influential books ever written in physics, drastically transformed the understanding of light and vision. He dealt at length with the theory of various physical phenomena like shadows, eclipses, and the rainbow, and speculated on the physical nature of light. He also attempted to explain binocular vision and gave a correct explanation of the apparent increase in size of the sun and the moon when near the horizon. He is known for the earliest use of the camera obscura and pinhole camera. He contradicted Ptolemy's and Euclid's theory of vision that objects are seen by rays of light emanating from the eyes. According to him, the rays originate in the object of vision and not in the eye. Through extensive researches on optics, he has been considered the father of modern optics. Ibn al-Haytham was the first to describe accurately the various parts of the eye and give a scientific explanation of the process of vision. In medicine and ophthalmology, he also made important advances in eye surgery, and he studied and correctly explained the process of sight and visual perception for the first time. Jabir ibn Hayyan is the father of chemistry. He is mostly known for his contributions to chemistry. He highlighted the systematic experimentation and did much to free alchemy from superstition and turn it into science. He is also credited with the invention and development of several chemical instruments that are still used today, such as the alembic, which made distillation easy, safe, and efficient. By distilling various salts together with sulfuric acid, Jabir discovered hydrochloric acid from salt and nitric acid from saltpeter. By combining the two, he invented aqua regia, one of the few substances that can dissolve gold. And also, he is credited with the discovery of citric acid, which is the sour component of lemons and other unripe fruits, acetic acid, which is from vinegar, and tartaric acid, which is from wine-making residues. Jabir applied his chemical knowledge to the improvement of many manufacturing processes, like making steel and other metals, engraving gold, preventing rust, tanning leather, dyeing and waterproofing clothes, and the chemical analysis of pigments and other substances. Lastly, he developed the use of manganese dioxide in glass making to counteract the green tinge produced by iron, which is a process that is still practiced today. Next, we also have Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi, which is the father of algebra. He introduced Hindu-Arabic numerals and the concepts of algebra into European mathematics. He revolutionized algebra, and his seminal works in mathematics, astronomy, and geography have proved to be the keystone for centuries of advances across the world. The terms algebra and algorithm are derived from al-Khwarizmi's name and his work. A Latinization of his name as algorithmi led to the term algorithm. Next, the word algebra comes from Al-Jaber in the title of a landmark book he wrote in about AD 820. Al-Kitab al-Muqtaysar fi Hisab al-Jabr wal-Muqabala, or the compendious book on calculation by completion and balancing. The book introduced fundamental methods for solving equations and established the discipline of algebra. I'm really sorry if my pronunciations are wrong. I only searched the pronunciations in the Google, but I'm not sure if my references are correct. So please comment down below if I ever pronounce it wrong. So thank you for correcting me in advance. So back to the video. Al-Khwarizmi developed a formula for systematically solving quadratic equations by using completion and balancing to reduce any equation to one that is solvable. As for the last person who contributed on science and technology in intellectual revolutions, we have Ibn Sina or Avicenna. He is the father of early modern medicine. His most important medical works are the Canon of Medicine, Medical Encyclopedia, and a treatise on cardiac drugs. His Canon of Medicine remained the standard text in both the East and West until the 16th century. Avicenna's description of cardiac diseases was logically presented perhaps for the first time in the history of medicine. He was the first to describe carotid sinus hypersensitivity, which presents with vasovagal syncope. He was a pioneer in pulsology, and the first correct explanation of pulsation was given by him, after he refined Galen's theory of the pulse. He then discussed the action of available drugs on the heart in details, and mentioned their indications and contraindications. In summary, Avicenna made important contributions in cardiology. Last but not the least, we have the Islamic Golden Age. We have the Noria. The word Noria comes from an Arabic term that means the first water machine. It was the earliest mechanical device propelled by means other than man or animal. It was an inevitable invention that sparked the development of countless types of hydraulic and rotating machines. Over the centuries, it has allowed civilizations to nourish their villages and crops with water, the most fundamental of resources. In time, this triggered the beginning of a new era, the turning of arid lands into prosperous empires. So before I end this video, I would like to tell you my opinion about the significance of intellectual revolution. So for me, intellectual revolution is important since it helps us to acquire more knowledge about the natural phenomena which can help the human lives better and easier. If we acquired more knowledge, it can help us to deal with future possible problems like in terms of economics, psychology, political sciences, and many other aspects. In short, it can help us to deal with the future social phenomena that we might face. but that is just in my opinion. So, goodbye everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, and share. See you in our next vlog. Bye!